Hello, YouTube world. Hope you guys are all good. This is Johnny once again of the Commission Project. I have with me behind the camera
Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy, she's behind the camera operating today. Our girl Joyce is out making that money, paying those bills. Yes, we're on the other end of the world, past the city, past the bridge. Man, this place, 2 hour drive to get to this place. But anyway, we're here because we got some good people with us who we're speaking to, community leaders who are making a big difference in the motorcycle space, doing big things for everybody. I have with me the president of Compadres Pilgrims Chapter. His name is Rob, and you're going to hear his story from himself. Rob, nice to have you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
100%, man. So please, could you just tell us who is Rob?
I'm 48 years old.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got a pretty colourful past.
Okay.
Now I've come to fruition. I follow Christ now.
Okay.
I've always been a believer.
Yep.
But it's full on been following Christ for the last 3 years.
That's so good.
So
That's powerful. So your past, Rob, if you don't mind, tell us parts of your past that you're comfortable sharing with us, just to
I'm
encourage some
comfortable
folks out
sharing.
there.
From about the age of 13, started off with smoking pot and whatnot, and then before you know it, I was popping pills, etc. And by the age of 15, I was injecting heroin and amphetamines. Daily. I had a full-blown heroin habit at 15 years old.
Wow.
And, I was in and out of Tirana Boys Home. I believe it's called Melbourne Juvenile Justice Centre now.
Okay.
So from 15 years old into my late 20s, just about 26, 27, I was in and out of prison. So, a couple of days after my 17th birthday, I found myself in Pentridge Prison.
Oh, my.
Adult prison. So,
oh, wow. Yeah, that would be scary.
I wish I had been.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the danger.
I had people, older heads already knew I was on my way, family members, etc.
Yep.
So I wish I had been.
Fair. So that's good and bad. Good in terms of protection, but bad in terms of enablement in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. Not that they enabled my behaviour, you know what I mean?
But like you weren't scared enough to stop.
Exactly. And because they done whatever they were doing, I used to look up and think, well, who are you to tell me I can't do this when, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
And, and just sort of rebelling a lot, yeah.
Yep. And tell me, so as your life went by, right, like, where did the penny drop?
The penny dropped... my last prison sentence, I had about 6 months to go.
Yep.
I was doing a 2.5 year sentence. And just hit me. I just thought, and I said it every sentence, from the age of 15 to my family, my mother and whatnot, this is my last time.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I looked around, I thought, if I keep going, I'm going to end up dead or doing 30 years in prison. I've had enough. So I made a plan of what I was going to do. And I got out, got a job straight away.
That's good.
Had to go through processes of getting my license back and whatnot. So I made that a goal. And, the time went by. But still, I felt there was an emptiness inside.
Okay.
So, every now and then, I think I'm doing well in life. It's the weekend, let's party.
Yeah.
So, even though I wasn't going back to prison and that, I'd be clean for 6 months, then I'd fall back but I'd only get to a certain point
Okay.
on the drugs.
It's like a ceiling that you hit.
Yeah, because I'd know if I keep going, this is going to lead me to either death
Yep.
or back to prison. So I'd pull the handbrake on and I'd stop.
Okay.
So yeah, and life was like that for a good 15 years.
Wow.
You know, just off and on, and in the end, I just knew it was no good. Actually, what had happened is I was using amphetamines ice. I hadn't used heroin for 15 years.
Okay, wow.
And about 6 years ago, I was at a so-called friend's place, and it was there, and I overdosed.
Okay.
And I was in ICU for quite a few days.
Yep.
And I'm actually glad that happened now, because if I didn't overdose, I probably would have got the taste for that and got back on it.
Yeah,
So
fair. Yep.
I take that. I take that as a sign that was meant to happen. And so from then, I don't know. I just think the thought of drugs. I don't know. It's like, you know, would you eat dirt off the ground? No, you wouldn't.
Wow.
So
yeah.
it's sort of like that now.
Yep.
You know, it's just the thought of it. It's just
Complete put off.
put off, exactly. So I cut all my ties off, everything out of my life,
That's so good. Yeah.
and basically shut myself away.
Wow.
And so locked myself away, you know, at home.
Yep.
And that's not healthy for you.
Yeah, that's because I get you. That isolation can be a bit. It's good if it's like temporal, but if it's like ongoing, it becomes so many other things. It leads to so many other things.
Exactly.
Mental health, etc.
Well, that's what was happening, you know. I thought it was and it was leading to mental health, and so, you know, you see the doctors. You've got a bit of anxiety here. Here's a prescription.
There you go. Yep.
And I've, you know, been in mental institutions in the past for drug-induced psychosis and whatnot.
Yep.
So, you know, then all of a sudden, you know, you get prescribed antipsychotics, and it makes you worse.
There you go.
Look, it did for me anyway.
Yep.
And so one day I just woke up and I thought, I've got to stop taking all these. And I stopped taking all of these antipsychotics and whatnot. And I don't know, just something, I just noticed the change. I hadn't felt like that. My head hadn't been clear like that.
Yeah.
Since I was a teenager.
Oh my God.
Because of, you know, the drugs and stuff over the years.
So Rob, tell me, at what point does compadres come into the picture?
Well, what happened was, as I said, I've always been a believer of Christ, but like I just had this urge for you know, quite a while, and so I thought I'd go to church, and I'd get there and I'd pull up, and I couldn't bring myself to go in.
Okay.
Because, you know, look at me, tattoos all over my face, my hands.
Yeah.
You know, and
that judgmental thing that you get.
Judgmental thing.
That's how people right. Can be.
Exactly. And I was scrolling on Facebook one day, and I come across one of Soldier's videos.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, you know, great. You know, he's same as me, covered in tattoos.
Look at that.
So I messaged him. You know, what church do you go to? You know, would I be able to come along? So he said, give us your number. He was actually on his honeymoon at the time. Okay. So he said, send me, I'll give him my number to him. And about 2 weeks later, he had a good friend of ours who was in the club reach out and invited me down to church. And sort of same thing happened, but I don't know, I just made myself walk in.
Okay.
And
that is so good.
So that's how I got introduced to the compadres.
Yeah.
Because a few of them were going to the church that I went to.
Yeah.
So I went on a few rides with them, and, you know, as I said, going to church and Bible studies, and then before you know it, I got active on at the Prospect, and
okay.
become a prospect for the club, and
Wow.
yeah, now just slowly move my way up, and it's only God's will that I'm
Yeah.
president of the chapter at the moment. So
That is good. That is good. So, did you have a bike before, or did you get a bike after?
I've rid all my life.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, so basically, I've just brought. I hadn't ridden for a few years, and I brought a bike not too long before that because I thought because it's the best thing for mental health.
Yeah.
Is getting out on a bike.
Yep.
So I decided I've got to buy another bike. So
There you go.
yeah, I suppose it was just meant to be,
That's it.
And
So, guys, I've been telling my wife out there. I've been trying for a long time to get back onto my bike. I've got a small bike. I've got my bike is not nowhere near. I imagine like the bikes that you guys are driving or riding. I have got a KTM Duke 390. So I've been like, I got to jump on my bike. My wife's like, it's not safe. It's not safe. But hearing your testimony, hearing Soldier's testimony, bikes just may be the way to go.
Yeah.
So ladies, go easy on you guys out there, okay?
No,
cool.
exactly. Look, you just got to, plan your ride, and look, it can happen in a car, it can happen on a bus,
100%.
So
There you go.
Exactly.
That's true. One more thing, Rob, before we let you go. Is there anything you can tell our young people today? Because I don't know if you're aware of the news and the reports.
Yeah.
We have a big issue in Australia about like young people, violence, etc. So I know this. Yes, that may be a fact, but I do know that there's hope. I don't believe in, being negative. I do know that there's hope for our young people out there. And I know guys like yourself have like those gems, those golden nuggets that you can give to encourage young people to just refocus, recalibrate, get onto the right track.
Yeah, well, look, I can say one thing. Once you end up in jail, you're going to notice that the only people that are going to stick by you is mum and dad, brother, sister, whatnot. Your mates, they're not going to be around. Look, drugs, jail and crime, that's my, I believe my purpose is. Drugs, jail and crime, it's a very sad, lonely life, let me tell you. You know what I mean? I can, from a guy that, sitting in the Crown Casino in motel rooms, with wads of money, it's still lonely, that's all I can say. And you're gonna, it's only gonna lead you two places: dead or in prison forever. So
it's not worth it.
It's look, guys, it's not worth it.
Yep.
And as I said, the only people that are going to be there at the end of the day is your family, and 9 times out of 10, it's your mates that are going to be the ones that get you in trouble anyway.
And they turn on you. That's so true. That's so true. So yeah, Rob, appreciate that.
Yep. No problem. Not at all.
Good stuff. So guys, that was our friend Rob. So please, we'll have all the information on how you can reach the compadres, their YouTube page, and like their Facebook channel, Facebook page, YouTube channel, etc. So please click like, press the bell notification, and subscribe. We out of here. Peace. Appreciate that, bro.
No worries.
That was good.
Thank you.